folks, it's Calvin Tidwell, TNT Tactical Training, deep in the heart of Texas. What I'd like to talk to you about today is dry fire practice. Before we get into that, we need to cover gun rules that apply to any time you're handling a firearm. Always keep the gun pointed in a safe direction. Never point it at anything you're not prepared to destroy. Consider every firearm loaded until you have visually and physically inspected that firearm to prove that it's not. Always keep your finger out of the trigger guard until your sights are lined on target and you've made a conscious decision to make that shot. Dry fire practice is some of the best practice you can do aside from actual range practice. Much more economical, doesn't cost anything. You're building muscle memory. Remember, it takes about 2,000 repetitions to build muscle memory. But there's rules that are set up for dry fire practice also. We have a load and unload room that's a separate room from our dry fire practice room. We have a stated purpose for our dry fire practice session. We have a stated time limit on our dry fire practice session. We set our dry fire practice target in such a position that were there to be an accidental discharge, that projectile would be captured in building material and it would not cause any injury. So we go to our load and unload room, remove all ammunition sources from our belt and from our firearm. If we're going to do magazine changes, if we're going to do reloads with a revolver, we replace that ammunition with snap caps. I've got my stated purpose for my dry fire practice session, whether that be trigger press, sight picture, magazine changes, or reloads. We'll do 10 to 15 minutes of dry fire practice. You get beyond that, you start getting tired. When you start getting tired, flaws start to creep in. There's no sense practicing bad habits. Go to my dry fire practice room, do my dry fire practice session. If during that dry fire practice session my mind starts to wander or I get tired, I stop. Or if I get interrupted, I stop. Don't go back and practice some more. Again, it takes 2,000 repetitions to build that muscle memory. It takes 4,000 repetitions to repair a bad habit. Dry fire practice session's over, go to my load and unload room, load everything back up, put it away. Folks, I hope you found this video informative and interesting. But remember, videos never replace competent instruction by a qualified instructor. Seek out that qualified instructor, research them, make sure they have real world experiences. Do they bet their life on their shooting ability? Again, this is Calvin Tidwell, TNT Tactical Training, deep in the heart of Texas. Practice regularly, practice often, practice like your life depends on it. Be safe, and God bless.